Hi everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our online panel, which is for penning global markets with smarter app growth tactics. I'm Unzila Iqbal. I'm working as an associate strategic executive at Maida.co, and I am your moderator for today. A huge thank you to our partners, Mintegral, Maida, SocialPeta, and 90 Technologies for bringing us all together, and to all of you tuning in from across Pakistan and beyond. Over the next hour, we'll be digging into the opportunities and the very real hurdles that Pakistani app developers face when they step onto the global stage. I am joined by four industry experts. When I will call you name, just give our audience a 30 seconds intro, please. We have Mr. Omer Khokhar, CEO, COO, Maida.co. Sir, please.
Hi. Thank you very much, Unzila, for the invite. Uh, my name is Umar. I'm the founder and chief operating officer of Maida. Maida is an app publisher. We are focused on emerging markets and we partner with different developers, excuse me, to scale their apps on a global scale. That's what we do. We are a part of OZI Group, and I've been in the industry, in the app industry for the past 10 years now. Thank you.
Next up, Senior Business Development Manager from SocialPeta.
Hi everyone, my name is Balland. I am the representative for SocialPeta. Well, for you who haven't known SocialPeta, we are an ad intelligence tool. So we provide our clients insight data regarding all the creative networks. So you will be having a knowledge regarding the market, and we help our clients to improve their user acquisition strategies, something like that. Yeah.
That's great. Then we have Sir Musa Naqvi, Senior Business Development Manager from Mintegral.
Thank you, Unzila. Thank you for introducing me and everybody for joining us here today. I'm Musa Naqvi, and I'm working with Mintegral, leading our business development efforts across Pakistan. I'm helping both gaming and app developers in Pakistan grow globally through our UA and monetization tools. And excited to be a part of this conversation that is focusing on app growth from a Pakistan first lens. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Then we have Mr. Ehtasham Balland, Marketing Operations Manager from 90 Technologies.
Hello everyone. So I'm working as a marketing operations manager at 90 Technologies, managing a team of like 18 growth managers and total portfolio of over 100 apps. I'm really looking forward to this discussion. Thank you. Thank you, Unzila.
Thank you so much. So I think we should get started. So there's a thing that we are seeing many rising app companies in Pakistan that are aiming to go global. From your vantage point, what are the top challenges these developers experience when expanding into international markets?
I think there is not much of a challenge for Pakistani developers to go in the global markets, because if we look at the numbers, 95% of the revenue generated by Pakistani developers is coming from the global markets, and only 5% of the total revenue is coming from the Pakistani markets. So I believe there is not much of a challenge as of now, but I think other guests have a different opinion on this.
I kind of
Yeah.
agree with you on that point. Sorry, you want to go ahead, Umar?
No, Musa, go ahead, Musa, please.
Perfect. So yeah, I kind of agree with you, and exactly to that point, I want to add that like in Pakistan, like when it comes to developer, I've seen that we have very good talent and we have very good products as well. But at times it comes to funding and then UA expertise, right? So without access to scale user acquisition strategies and performance marketing know-how, I've seen very good products, strong products stalling, like in a shelf for a very long time before they reach globally. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to disagree with this. Actually, the thing is that what I have seen in the past couple of years and in my 10 years in the industry, Cham would know this because he's managing 100 apps. When you are managing 100 apps, there is a certain kind of apps that we make here. And those are apps are basically mostly focused on ad revenue and hybrid model if maximum. The quality of the code is not that great. And when it comes to now, when AI is here and now apps are demanding backend services to be delivered, and should not be any weight on the processor of the phone, I see the developers failing in Pakistan. So there is a lot of gap between what they used to know and what is required now. Second very important thing that I would like to iterate here is that if the developer wants to make money, he cannot make money while being in Pakistan. That is a big problem. He can make the app, he can sell it to somebody, but if he wants to publish that app and run a UA campaign on it and then get the revenue from global users into Pakistan, that business cannot run right now because the kind of taxations and the kind of policies that are being implemented, it is not possible to operate it in Pakistan. So what the max we can do is either we can move out to Dubai or we can move out to the US. And for a solo developer, that is not a very easy thing to do. The cost of operating a company in Dubai is not very low. It's a lot of money for us for a solo developer. So I wish there were more companies like Maida in Pakistan who were publishers, who were supporting these developers in getting their products, technical products, ready for a UA campaign and then for monetization, and set up all this financial setup for them. So that is something that I see as a gap. And for the developers, I see there is a big technological jump that they have to take from what they used to make and what is required now. That's my take.
Sir
Right.
Wilson, do you have something to say?
Well, for my side, I'm kind of agree with Mr. Omar actually. Yeah, because you need to know on like what locations might be best for you to promote even if your apps, your campaign, something like that. So you need to know like the market. Like Mr. Omar said, yeah. To be honest, Dubai is more suitable right now, better than Pakistan.
But if we look at the numbers, still we are getting like 95% of the revenue from the global markets. So this is, but yeah, with all the challenges,
True,
we are
true.
unable to build a unicorn out of any app. Yes, this because the challenges you pointed out, Umar, I guess that's the reason why we are unable to build any unicorn or coming out of Pakistan. Yeah, so
That is
that's,
so true.
yeah,
And
yeah,
even for Imagine, when Imagine got so big, the revenues were not coming straight to Pakistan. The ad mobs that were
Yeah,
being used
it
were
is.
not all Pakistani.
yeah,
Yeah,
They were not
yeah,
Pakistani ad mobs. So
yeah, yeah,
everybody who knows the market
yeah,
understands that because we can't send dollars out. Huh? That is the main
yeah.
problem. We can't send dollars out. That there's parity between rupee and dollar is the main problem. And this is not a problem for a developer. A developer must not solve this problem because if he tries to solve this problem, he won't be able to do what he does. That is development or scaling or real business. So this is something that needs to be done at a different level.
That was really insightful. So moving forward, Mr. Musa, will you please, as you know that Mintegral excels in programmatic UA, how do you achieve ad personalization at scale across regions and audiences? And how do advertising strategies differ between gaming and non-gaming apps in today's privacy-centric world?
yeah. So I think most of us know that Mintegral is a programmatic ad platform, and I would say that we've achieved, like, we normally achieve scaled ad personalization through programmatic modeling, and this enables creative variation deployed across the open internet because we're not a walled garden advertisement network, right? So unlike walled garden networks, our infrastructure gives advertisers greater transparency and control over where, how, and to whom their ads are served. This open environment, I would say, is especially powerful in a privacy-centric world where contextual targeting and first-party signals enable efficiency without relying on personal identifier. Importantly, one of the things that I'd like to emphasize is that we ensure compliance with all data protection regulations and at the same time use aggregated data insights to create user profile while respecting the user privacy throughout the process. So if in the landscape of Pakistan, I would say both gaming and non-gaming benefits from this flexibility. Gaming apps, they're typically like, they pursue aggressive creative testing and ROAS optimization. Whereas if we talk about non-gaming apps and non-gaming apps such as utility, entertainment apps, subscription-based apps, which are very few, by the way, in the number. They often scale effectively using event-based ROAS models once their tracking is in place using Solar Engine or any other monetization platform. So I have a hand in a cock joining me in the session. So yeah, that's about it from the perspective of like landscape of publishers in Pakistan using Mintegral.
That's great. Sir Umar, I would like you to answer it because as Maida works closely with creators and platforms both in Pakistan and globally, how do you view the current state of the app industry in Pakistan and how do you adapt growth strategies for culturally diverse markets?
See, Pakistan is a land of opportunities. Everybody here is looking for opportunities and is creating them as well. What I see in the past year and a year and a half is that the shift from legacy to AI is on the rise in Pakistan. Everybody knows that if they want to survive, they will have to use AI and implement it in some way or form in their work processes and in their products. That thing I am looking at all the software houses that I see, all the production houses that I see, which are working on products, everybody is trying to bridge that gap. This is something very, very encouraging. And the kind of outreach, the kind of problems that this government and the system creates for us actually creates opportunities. So what happened is that now everybody in Pakistan has reached out and made its base abroad as well, in Dubai and in the US. And the engineering side is still being used by Pakistani engineers. And I see a big growth in the next 1 year from Pakistan. What I see is that the UA will again increase in Pakistan. Pakistani companies will rise. They will form unicorns both in the app space and in the web SaaS space. And you will see a lot of wins coming out of this region. And Maida is also aligned in actually going on with this growth path and supporting all the developers who want to scale their apps globally in helping them out in terms of finance, in terms of monetization, UA. Like Mintegral now putting up their base in Pakistan, companies like Google showing their interest in Pakistan, companies like SocialPeta showing their interest in Pakistan is a proof that Pakistan is a big market and we are ready to emerge now.
That's really nice to hear. And Mr. Wilson with social media's ad intelligence lens, what creative trends or formats are driving growth across regions? And how can data-driven competitor benchmarking empower Pakistani developers to position their apps globally?
Oh, okay. So there's gonna be like two questions, right? First is the creative trends that happening right now, and the other is how to position the apps by benchmarking like developers, like competitors, right? Well, based on the data that I get, there are some global creative trends that driving app growth at the moment. First, you can say that it is an AI powered creative. So it's become a dominant force right now in mobile app marketing. So application like ChatGPT or CapCut, they have experienced like growth using this type of creatives and engage user and demonstrate the product features. But this particular trend is prevalent in tier one markets such as US, United States. Well, the other is user generated content, or you can say that UGC. Well, this shift is influenced by the evolution of social media algorithm, which increasingly leverage creativity of influencers worldwide. So UGC are particularly effective in enhancing brand awareness and building trust with audience. Usually, the apps that use UGC styles type of creative for fintech, health, and utility type of apps because it can boost trust and boost installs using the other type of creative that currently popular these days is short video and short drama format. and it is proven that highly effective this day. We tracked that it was over that 40,000 short video ads generating more than 2 billion impressions at the moment. So it's particularly effective and in enhancing brand awareness and building trust with the audience. But you need to keep in mind that for short video, usually dominated by 6 to 15 second video with a strong visual hooks during the first 3 seconds. That's the type of ads that have best engagement at the moment for the short video. Meanwhile, for vertical and TikTok style format, especially effective also for gaming, entertainment, and lifestyle apps. The other type of creative is localized creative strategies. What I mean is in market like Japan, localization advertising strategies is pretty much successful. For example, collaboration between games and media or anime or movies. They can attract fans from other industries, also improving communication and interaction between communities there, whether it's gaming or not gaming. Like we both know that high performing creatives mostly use cultural relevant image, language, or scenarios. But you need to keep in mind that creative that works in MENA, LATAM, or Southeast Asia, it might not be as effective in US. So you need to do like proper research first, in terms of location, target, market segmentation on certain locations, something like that. So there are four type of creative trends. But yeah, for the second questions, how to empower developers through competitor benchmarking, usually using like ad intelligence tool like SocialPeta, we provide insights, right? Our clients use SocialPeta to like analyze because we provide more than 1.6 billion ad creatives and data for more than 5 million advertisers or developers, so they can actually identify effective creative formats. They can understand which formats resonates with the target audiences in a different regions, but as well optimizing their advertising strategies based on the competitor performance and marketing trends. Also, they can enhance their user acquisition strategies, develop more effective UA strategies by learning from successful campaigns. Like yeah, because ad intelligence tools might lead to like more efficient advertising and better market positioning. You can actually spot global trends early, optimize creative with proven patterns, target the right market strategically, position your competitive differentiation, and also refine monetization model, something like that. That's all from.
Thank you so much for such an insightful and comprehensive answer. Sir Ehtasham Balland, would you please give your input on what pitfalls do Pakistani developers run into when launching abroad and how can they avoid them? We are hearing that the non-gaming apps now compete head-to-head with games. What's your take on it and how should marketers respond to this change?
Okay, so for the first question, I guess Omer answered it previously that the challenges we are facing right now. But if we look at the cultural side of the whole industry, we very easily get in this loop of copying the idea from our basically local competitors, and this creates the overall saturation in the market. And on the other side, overall, if you look at the developers in Pakistan, we are more focused on the user acquisition side rather than on the product side. So there are no data tools. Like I know for a fact that 80% of the apps don't even use any of the data tools. They are just focused on the user acquisition and these channels. And for the second part of the question, yes, apps market is growing rapidly. If we look at the CAGR of the apps as compared to the gaming has a CAGR of just 3%. Like the annual compound growth rate is just 3%, while apps has a CAGR of 21%. Although the revenue distribution is different, revenue distribution for the gaming is 76% and 24% for the apps. But with that CAGR, right now we are facing, I believe in the next 5 years, the revenue, the non-gaming apps will be rubbing shoulders with the gaming apps. So yeah, this holds a very good opportunity for for all the developers who are working in the non-gaming niche and all the apps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So
That's an excellent insight, by the way. This is an excellent insight that non-gaming and gaming apps,
yeah,
the gap is closing up. That's an excellent
yeah, yeah,
insight, and this is clear from the data as well. The
yeah,
last reports that if you pick up three reports that Data.ai gave out, you'll know that what he's saying is absolutely correct, that this gap is gonna get covered by
yeah,
the
yeah,
end of next year or next year. So
yeah,
that's going to be amazing for everybody.
yes.
yes. Now in one succinct sentence, what is your single top piece of advice for Pakistan's app industry as it looks to expand globally? I'm asking all of the panelists. You can answer one by one.
I think we should let me start. So I think we should more focused on the product-led growth rather than the focused on the day zero loss. So the long term we should build on the long term strategy and work on the product-led growth rather than the more focused on the user acquisition or day zero loss.
I'll say the same thing, but in a different line. For me, the mantra that we are following at Maida for this year and next is retention is king. So if you focus on retention, everything will be fine. And I think this is what Sam is also saying, that focus on the product, focus on the retention, focus on the
Yeah,
user. If you focus on these things, UA will come, stats will come, revenue will
yeah,
come, these things will happen. But retention is king. For
yeah,
the next 12 months, retention is the only thing that should be focused on.
yes, 100%.
I fully agree with both of you because, like, the UA that we used to do back in 2023, or if you go further down the line, like, in the COVID era, even if you don't have a very great quality product, you'll just, like, start spending money. You'll see the revenue, but now that's not the case. So it's about user experience, retention rate, product quality. You're making great products, money will follow you. You don't have great product, like, you're not gonna win the market. So yeah.
Musa, you are the right person for this. If Unzila allows, can you spend a couple of minutes more, because there are a lot of participants as well, and share a bit of more detail about the same thing, that what kind of returns and what kind of numbers were there previously, and how it has optimized into the new market now. Because
Yeah.
you are at Mintegral, you know the bigger picture. So please spend a couple of
Yeah.
minutes on this.
So like, one thing that I've noticed globally and locally, the difference between the publishers is we are still focusing on day zero ROAS, right? Because we know that we are going to lose the customer on day 3, day 2, day 4, maybe, like, very few publishers on day 7, right? On the other hand, I've seen global publishers focusing on day 30th, right? Because they know they'll be way more profitable on day 30th, and they know the user is going to stay because the value that they're offering within the product is great. And I don't want to mention names, but I've like, worked with big small publishers in PK, and, like, when their inventory, if we talk about ads, when their inventory is being limited, and that is specifically because the quality of the product that they're serving, they're then still not ready to invest more in the development, but rather, like, what can we do differently with UA. No matter what you do differently with UA, it wouldn't give you different results unless you do something differently with your development. So yeah, like, that's one of the differences.
Great,
So
great, 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 great insight, man. Great insight.
I think we have
Sarvachan,
some
would
questions
you like
too.
to add something?
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, you were
Please.
saying something.
Sorry, can you repeat? It's my turn? Well, I would love to add some info regarding. I know that all of the panelists' statements are true, and I'm agree with it. But I would like to add some more information from SocialPeta perspective. Maybe for those who haven't tried app intelligence tools, something like that. So maybe they can try to use that or having a trials of our tools to leverage their competitive intelligence. Focus on the UA as well to know to craft like data-driven user acquisition strategies, like optimize the creatives. Also identify like high ROI markets for scalable growth, adjusting to the apps or to the campaigns and to your markets, yeah, adjusting to it, something like that. So yeah.
That's nice. So now, if we move forward, uh, I will just request our audience to, if they have any questions regarding the session or regarding anything they want to ask, you can just go ahead in the
There is
chat.
an excellent question. There is an excellent question in the chat by Mehdi. If there is a possibility, if we can include Mehdi in the discussion. I know him. I'm sure Musa knows him as well. He's a wonderful chap. And the question that he's asking is very relevant. And I think Musa and Wilson can put some light on this as well. So Unzila, see if you can include him as well in this.
He's already there as the participant. He can just turn on his mic, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, I saw the question he sent, and I really like it. Uh, by the way, Mehdi, you're making great revenue out of the product anyway, and
Yeah.
interesting to see that Pakistan is contributing in that as well. And earlier in our discussion when we were in live, Ehtasham mentioned that one of their apps is also doing pretty well when it comes to IAP in Pakistani market, right? I think one of the things that I would want to point out here is that when it comes to if let's say for instance you're doing UA globally, and then Pakistan is one of the countries where you're getting the users from and making out the revenue. I think we should be looking at it from a different lens. So we understand that tier three, the ARPU is comparatively lower than tier one countries, right? So what we have to look at it what exactly is the CAC, right? Cost of acquisition customer, right? What is that compared to the ARPU? And so if the percentage over there is good, let's say for instance if you're spending 0.50 to acquire a customer and then making out a dollar from that one customer, so I think that's like a 50% markup on that. And so then the overall contribution of the revenue in the greater schemes of things, it's understandable because we're tier three country. But if CAC is higher and ARPU is lower, then I think we have to look at other factors that would include then again development and the type of user we are getting, right? Uh, I'm not sure what exactly or what channels you're using for this specific app to get the users you're getting. But then again, there different strategies and different pointers to consider when it comes to UA and monetization, and then the audience that you're getting and the traffic you're getting to evaluate if Pakistan would be a potential market for you in the future, and would you be potentially be able to grow the revenue with the current landscape. So yeah,
Yeah, pretty
Wilson, do
much I
you
agree
have
with Mr.
something
Musa,
on
but
this?
I would love to add a couple of information. Yeah, maybe a couple of strategies that you can use, Mr. Chef Mehdi. Yeah. For example, like using like an intelligence tool, you will be able to track or to spy on your competitors like that. So you will be able to have an example of one particular apps that work well in Pakistan and in any other area. You can also see the networks. You can also see that how good they are making it in a certain locations. Maybe I can suggest you to use the tools and to copy their ideas, adjust it to your apps and user acquisition strategies. Maybe it can bring you more revenue because of the successful case you are research with.
Great, Wilson. Atisham, do you want to contribute something? Because I know for a fact you have worked on different apps when it comes to you and stated different market regions as well. So yeah,
Actually, not for this question. I guess you guys have covered it quite good. But for the other question, yes, for sure. So MS
perfect.
Faraz asked this question. Totally AI is equal to totally subscription based or adds high quality. I believe that even I have seen the top apps which were previously focused on the only the IAP model now are more focused on the hybrid model. They
Hybrid
have
model.
also introduced, yeah, they have also introduced ads into their like apps. So I think for the future, if we look at whether it's AI or not, but hybrid model is the right model to market and overall increase the revenue and your ROI. So yeah, because AI is in every product. AI is a household name now. It's not a premium thing now. Like everyone has an access to AI. So I think if it's AI, we can also go with in-app ads as well. So yeah. So anyone else have a different point of view?
No, that's actually that's absolutely right. That's absolutely the way to go.
Yeah.
We have to run hybrid campaigns now, and it has to be a hybrid model.
Yeah. I guess the
I see
next
a
question is
question.
directed
Yeah.
to Musa only. Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Tuba, for asking the question. So yeah, Mintegral offers automated ROAS optimization through targeted ROAS bidding, and in-app event data is very important for running campaigns with Mintegral. So one of the requirements when you're using Mintegral for UA is that we require you to have an MMP, be it Solar Engine, Adjust, or whatever MMP is of your preference. But understand this, like event data like purchase or ad revenue, when they are being posted back through your MMP to Mintegral, you can then set up different campaigns on day 0 and day 7 optimization window. We also have, as Ehtasham and Omer earlier discussed about the hybrid model, so we also support hybrid ROAS models, and be it IAP or IAA, depending upon the ratio. If you're, let's say for instance, if you have 70% IAA and 30% IAP, or vice versa, you can definitely go towards the hybrid model for monetization in UA. So yeah, thank you.
Okay. I see another question here from Ahmed Faraz about the features, the AI features that we build. Ahmed, what I would like to tell you here is that I'll send you a website as well. What we did was that we created a backend for this kind of thing. We created all these features like background removal, document uh, manipulation, then object detection, object removal, horoscopes, wallpapers. We put them into an agentic kind of a structure for AIs, and we gave it out for developers to use. You see, you can't do AI just for the. If you have an, what are you going to put in as an AI feature in that? Uh, you can't just say that it's an AI alarm clock and then do nothing about it. AI is at the core. Now, what we can do is that we use AI with our developers. They now develop with Cursor. So that is the approach that we use in our basic processes. When it comes to apps, it is not possible that you can have AI feature for each and every app. But in case of document reader apps, in case of apps like photo editing, in case of apps which are more customizable or are giving out content, there you can develop features which are uh, closer to you, to your user base. If you talk about AI models, now all AI models have a different kind of a personality. What I have encountered in my recent time is that whenever you want to research about the store or you want to research about anything Google, you use Gemini, and try and use Gemini in the AI Studio part of it, where there is it's a clean model and there is no master prompt tweaking it. So I use that in the AI Studio of Google. And secondly, Twitter is super helpful. With Grok, if you want to have any kind of insight on the news and the trends that are going on right now, Grok is something that can help you a lot in creating those hooks and those UA campaigns that really work. So these are the two models that I am using right now for doing this. One more thing that I would like to add for the benefit of everybody is that recently Figma launched Figma Make. If anybody has not used it, you are losing out. Uh, I have started to develop UIs and UXs all by myself. I have stopped
Oh,
having those meetings with my design team, and now idea to its design has become very easy, and the gap has been completely eliminated. You can use Figma Make for $20 with Claude 4, and it's awesome.
Yeah, the Google also launched the similar. I guess it's called Stitch something.
Stitch, it's
It's from,
very
yeah,
very
from to,
limited
yeah.
capability.
Okay,
Very
okay,
limited
got it.
capability, but Figma make, because we were using Figma already in our pipelines. So when they loaded it up with LLMs, it went crazy. It's beautiful now. I really get
Okay,
excited every day now because I make one app a day.
Wonderful,
that's amazing.
wonderful. But have you encountered Canva? Canva developed that they have
Yeah.
introduced it
Canva I've been
recently.
using for a very long
What's your
time.
feedback on that?
Can No, after Figma, there is no Lovable is
Nothing.
gone,
Okay.
Framer is gone, Canva is gone. Because Figma was the
Nice.
tool of choice anyway
Yeah.
for the professional work. So
Yeah.
now Figma has also launched a Figma Draw, which is a whole Canva inside it. It has launched Figma Sites, which is a Lovable and Framer inside it as well. So there are 5 products and it covers everything.
Okay.
Yeah, Unzila, please, I'll hijack this whole thing and then you'll lose time. So continue.
There are questions that there's a question: how can app developers balance global scalability with the need for local customization?
I think Sam or Wilson would be the right people for this.
Need for local. Okay, so yeah, developers can like overall local scalability is important in most of the cases. I believe uh, because of the AI overall, it's, I guess it's a thing of the past for now. Because overall, if we look at the language preference thing and all other things, yes, we can explore opportunities in that, but I guess Wilson can answer this, right? Yeah.
So regarding the AI models that currently driving a strong engagement, I don't think we do have an answer if we are using the tools, right? Even we can track AI image, AI creative right now. So if you put some words trial, you will be able to see which kind of particular creative from AI that have good impressions in the market. So you will know, or you can copy their ideas. So you can also make similar kind of creative that can improve your revenue using the similar creative they made. So you will be able to have like references of using AI type of creative, something like that. Yeah, improve the effectiveness by copying some creative of AI that works well in the market. I guess that will be it.
Also, I'd like to add one more thing from the overall hybrid perspective would be that Abdullah, I would recommend, like, in my personal experience when we used to work on scaling different apps, having hybrid model. Trust me, like, I've seen publishers putting up 10, 12 different ads throughout their app, and that shouldn't be the case. So if you actually look at the data closely, not every single ad would be contributing in the revenue for you. There would be particularly 2 or 3 ad placements that would be working very well for you. And so, and on top of that, like, when you're looking into different monetization platforms and then your subscription based models, you'll know what countries, what regions, what sort of people are actually the one who have the capacity to buy, and at the same time regions or audiences that would likely go with an IAA model. So keeping a perfect balance would always be looking at the data and then testing out different strategies. And one thing is for sure, like, some of the apps when you create and you launch, from the beginning if that app is going to be 100% IAA, 100% IAP, or 70-30 ratio, 50-50 ratio. But then again, along the lines, I would say testing is one of the things that would actually define which of the strategy is working for you best. So yeah.
We have a question for Ehtasham that if our LTV is not higher than the CPI, even though our D1 retention is around 35%, as is seen in puzzle game categories, how do you approach your monetization model in such
Yeah,
cases?
so at 35%, if the CAC to LTV is negative, then I'll be doing a lot of A/B test on paywalls, on my ads, monetization strategy, and also on my overall ad logic in the game or an app. And yes, I'll be improving my CPI as well. But yes, with this high number of retention, and if my CAC to LTV is negative, then there is something wrong with my even monetization and if or even acquisition as well. So I'll be, if that scenario came, that I'll be doing a lot of A/B testing, a lot of different scenarios, like promoting even increasing apps, sometimes in decreasing apps, sometimes promoting IAP model first IAP model, or even
This he already
reducing. Yeah,
knows. And Sham, this is a question from Mehdi. This he
yeah.
already knows. He is already doing A/B testing. He
Okay.
wants to know what else you can do. This, yeah, he is already doing.
Until I'll be doing A/B testing until I find my North Star method. I'll be doing A/B testing until, yeah. So it's,
See,
yeah.
complex use cases only, Mehdi. Complex
Yeah.
use cases only. Great, Unzila. Yeah.
There's another question that using the hybrid model for monetizing AI apps. So the person is wanting to ask that how do you determine the optimal balance for monetization, especially in terms of how many ads to show? Because they have noticed a decline in ranking even though the app is generating revenue through campaigns.
Who wants to take it? I have some experience with this recently. That
I
when
think I
we,
answered this one a little earlier, so you can take on, Omar.
yeah, I recently encountered this in a couple of my apps. When I was doing ROS, now there is a fine balance between either you are doing ROS campaigns, or you are doing CPI campaigns, or you are targeting the in-app. So there is a fine balance because when you do ROS, you get in-apps as well. What kind of in-apps you get, and are those in-apps sustainable? That is something to look at. But again, you will have to do it to know it. There is no formula that I can give you right now that you start your ROS at this and run a CPI with this percentage. This is not happening. You'll have to run all three campaigns and then figure out which is working best for you and which balance is the best for your app. That's how you do it.
Anyone else who wants to add up to the discussion?
Yeah, Ahmad Faraj just put up a question, and I want an answer to this question myself.
Yeah, sure. Go
So,
ahead.
Musa, if you can answer it, Wilson, if you can answer
Yeah.
it, who can give us this?
I can put my 2 cents out for this. Playable
Yeah,
for
please.
apps is still a challenge. It
Yeah.
is true. It is a challenge. And when we're working so with Mintegral, you can definitely leverage playable creatives, and it's a big inventory for playable creatives. Gaming publishers, they're benefiting from it, but when it comes to app publishing, that's the inventory left out on the table. And there are very few AI
Why?
apps.
What's the insight?
So basically, when it comes to playable, so your app has to be either 2D or 3D. Like, what are the features you're giving, right? Now, if I talk about AI photo editing or text to image or text to video, music sort of apps, there is room for playable ads. We're doing it with one of our publishers in Islamabad. They're doing AI apps, and they have recently integrated playable ads, which is working perfectly fine for them. But then again, this is one-off case that I've noticed so
What
far.
about fitness and wellness?
Fitness as wellness, I've not personally encountered any of the PK publishers focusing on playable ads with us as of now. But yeah, this is a challenge that we are navigating through. So let's say, for instance, a very common app that I've seen a lot of Pakistani publishers doing is remote control, or
I have a remote as well. I'm doing it as well.
yeah. So when it comes to app that is running campaign on Mintegral, App 11, or Unity, or any of the open internet ad network, you would be missing out on playable ad inventory. But then again, I would say for those, we have better inventory in sync with all these ad networks with Google, Meta, Mintegral, App 11. So you'll have to basically diversify your ad platforms.
TikTok is the main market for playable ads. The
Yeah,
main
yeah,
focus is TikTok. That if you want to engagement on TikTok, you need a playable ad. And I have seen playable ads for fitness and wellness apps, but not Pakistani, of course. But I've
like
seen some global ideas. And I think this is a sector that can be plugged in with the photo editing and video generation. Fitness and wellness can be brought into the playable category easily. Let's see, we can have a discussion on this offline as well.
most certainly. Yeah, area I'm willing to explore.
Yeah. This is another question for you, I think, Musa.
Yeah, both
All
of them.
right. Also, which KPI are the most important for running successful ROAS campaign, Mintegral, such as they want retention every. So, yeah, great question. I would say. I've seen a lot of publishers when they come to Mintegral, right? So they initiate with CPI. My personal 2 cents, I recommend do not even go for CPI. Why, like burn money with CPI? Just go for ROAS directly. You're coming to Mintegral, you have already done some sort of UA already. You already have user base, right? So starting a ROAS campaign on Mintegral, initial 3 ROAS bid, it really depends on. So in general, other walled garden networks. So let's say, for instance, you're achieving 70% ROAS on day one with your app or your game. You start with Mintegral. Initial in the learning phase, we say like do not go above the ROAS target that you're already achieving with other networks, and so initiate with 10 to 20% lesser ROAS target. So if you're aiming for 70, start with 50% with us. Give it a week or two. Let the campaign learn about the audience that you're getting, and after that, once the campaign is out of learning phase, you can gradually increase that. Now strategy actually depends upon your game and your retention. So let's say, for instance, if you see you have a good retention on day 7, you can actually run 2 campaigns simultaneously, focusing on, or one campaign, like having 2 different offers, focusing on day 0 and day 7. But let's say, for instance, if you fear that the best retention you're getting is on day 1 to day 3, then just focus on day 0 retention and ROAS model. And it's a detailed discussion, and it really depends upon the ratio of IAA and IAP on your game retention rate. Looking at different other factors, which market is best for you, I think we can devise a strategy. But mainly, when running campaigns with us, bid rate you can set automatically. You can control what sort of target goals you want to give to different specific regions with different specific budgets for regions within one campaign. You don't have to run multiple campaigns to target different regions, having different ROAS goal. You can do all of that in one campaign in one offer. So I think you can connect with me offline, and maybe I can help you with the strategy for your campaigns.
Nice. So there's another question to Wilson now, that how non-gaming apps get benefit from their ads intelligence platform, and what types of ads they're providing intelligence like for.
I see. So, okay, so basically app intelligence platforms, we cover gaming, might as well non-gaming apps as well. So what actually you can get is an insight from that intelligence tool. Basically, we provide you all the creative that you need, whether it's come from gaming or non-gaming, which every creative you can see the details of when, how many duration, impressions they got. Also on what platforms they do promotion or locations in terms of if you want to expand globally, you can also know about the exact locations they do promotions, or even you can might as well spy on your competitors, like similar competitors of yours. You can also see all the creative, all the locations, even like network trends, location trends. You can have all the insights, so you will be able to maximize your strategies or optimizing your contents. Other than that, we provide you like image type of creative, video type of creative, playable apps. Also, we are providing this kind of creative as well. And also, these days, short drama is like kind of popular these days. So we provide all of the features that you can use to have a leverage, to have advantages in terms of for your non-gaming apps to be promoted, something like that. If you want more details, maybe I can talk to you offline. Maybe I can give you like VIP trials as well to try the intelligence tools for Mr. Ahmad for us. So yeah, hope that can explain the question.
Thank you. There's another question that talking about AI, what is the role AI can play to reduce or optimize user acquisition cost for gaming apps?
Yes, I think if we optimize our user acquisition to creatives, so we can get a lot of creatives in a very short time. If you look at the human effort, if you put the human effort, like a motion graphic designer put effort for 1 day and creates like 3 videos, but with AI we can create like 10 videos in 5 minutes. So yeah, we can use AI to improve our CPI. So there are many tools which just they just need the prompt and they give you the all the videos, desired videos. So yeah, AI can help in reducing the overall user acquisition cost. And it's not just with Meta or any other. It can help with Google. I have seen that people are not exploring the creative side of the Google ads. People are more focused on the keywords. If you look at the but Google algorithm. But overall, if we try to focus on the creative side, or if we use different strategies, then creative tends to give a lower CPI as compared to keywords. So yeah, AI can help
When,
in
when
when
my growth managers always come to me and say
yeah.
that
So
the
so
CPI on keyword is
okay,
always going to be lower than that on the
no,
media side of things.
okay. So
I know
I'm
what you're
sharing.
saying is right, but
Yeah.
when does that happen?
Okay, so I'm sharing the secret with you and every other person. So what we did in my previous company, so we launched this campaign with all like 20 videos and 20 images. And what we did was with the keyword side, we didn't give the general keyword. We the As you know, Google needs two description and one headline. Sorry, two headlines and one description. We gave it the random keywords like plus, minus, divide sign, like people, the things people don't search on Google or on Play Store as well. So what happened later? So Google,
It
uh,
probably won't work now, but very good, yeah. Very nice. Very
so
nice.
it worked out quite well, and for the IAP, it worked out quite well for the IAPs. We were very shocked. It's all about trying new things and trying different things or thinking out of the box. I guess creatives can play a huge role in driving your CPI, lawyer CPI.
Okay.
So
Right.
yeah,
I
Thanks,
fully
man.
agree. Content is the king for you. UA content is the king.
yeah, 100%.
I just wanted him to say it so that I can show this recording to my growth managers as well. That look, this is what I am saying as well. This is right.
Yeah.
Okay, Meta ads versus rest of the ad networks, which is giving you better subscription, LTV, and renewals if you can rank by 1, 2, and 3.
Sorry,
For
Meta
me, it's
ads
Mintegral
versus.
only.
Meta ads versus rest of the ad networks, which is giving you better subscription, LTVs, and renewals.
I am getting good subscriptions from Google Ads as well.
So I have a different point of view. So if we talk about the iOS, then App 11 is the king. No Google, no ASA, no Mintegral. I'm sorry, Musa, but I guess App 11 is the king when it comes to iOS
Okay.
apps and apps which
Okay,
are more
great.
focused. Yeah, more focused on the hybrid model. I believe App 11 is doing a very good job. Yeah, so not Meta as well. Meta is very expensive for the iOS and for the Android. Yeah, Google is the number one.
I'll add a point here. So basically, when it
Yeah.
comes to iOS, right? So scan reporting and all, you have a lot of restrictions for iOS with Google campaigns. And so if you have a subscription-based model or app that you're running on iOS, as Ehtasham mentioned, I'll put Mintegral first, but Mintegral, App 11, Unity, these open internet ad networks would definitely work better for you compared to Google,
Yeah.
specifically for iOS. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. And which UA platform works best for AI apps if we are focusing more on subscription-based model?
I do Google and Google works fine. It works fine.
I think
Musa, I
Google
think there
is
is another
fine.
question for you as well.
Okay, I haven't seen that. What is the question?
There comes a saturation point where scaling an app game. What should one see if their app struggle with the feature changes in terms of progression and LTV and increase in churn rate?
There comes a situation point while scaling an app game. What should one see if their app struggles with feature changes in terms of progression? Increase churn rate. Regions. So basically, when this is happening to you or your app or your game, and you're running campaigns with any ad network, not particularly for Mintegral, I would say, but rather look into the data, see, understand which of the users have the highest LTV, which are the regions that have highest LTV as well as lower CAC, and then focus towards that. Like at the same time, we cannot ignore the fact that you would have to at the same time work on the quality of the product, user experience, because let alone these strategies on UA would not help you if you're getting to that point. So yeah, that is my suggestion.
Thank you so much. Now I will request my panelists to just add their socials like LinkedIn in the chat below so that they can like get a follow up from you guys if you want to. And that brings us to the end of today's discussion. Huge thanks to our speakers, Omer, Wilson, Musa, and Ehtasham, for sharing such actionable insights, and obviously to all of you for engaging. Until next time, keep building, keep iterating, and let's put Pakistani apps on the world's map. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Have a
everyone.
great
Thank you
And
very much. Thank you
I
very
just
much.
like to
Wonderful
add one
meeting you
more
all.
point. Yeah,
Please,
the
Musa.
audience. I love the questions. By the way, I've done webinars in the US market. By the way, and we injected questions there to be asked from the panelists, but here the audience was just not letting us rest. So amazing to have you all. Thank you.
Same here, ji, same here. Amazing audience, amazing panelists. Musa, I would love to have an offline discussion with you as well. And at Sam, I would love to meet you as well soon. And thank you, Wilson and Lena, for connecting us and having this wonderful session. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much, sir. Have a great day. Bye bye.